Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is GoldGlove, and today I wanted to talk about some new information regarding Gears of War Judgment. So for those of you who do not know, Gears of War Judgment is the fourth game in the Gears of War series, and there's been some information released recently regarding the multiplayer. And I know a lot of you guys over here on my channel, a lot of you guys who are subscribed or who view my videos, you guys are huge fans of the Gears of War series. So I want to make this quick little video to let you guys know that there is a brand new game mode that has just been announced, and it is called Domination. And you're probably wondering, like, what is Domination, GoldGlove? Domination is exactly like it is in Call of Duty. It's pretty much the same game type. There are a few little bit differences, but nothing really major. But for the most part, it is 3 different points on the map, and you try to capture and hold as many points for as long as you can, and then you try to beat the other team by getting a higher score. So that is pretty much how Domination plays out in Gears of War Judgment. There are actually 4 game types, multiplayer game modes in Gears of War Judgment that will be shipping with Judgment. These are the 4. We have Overrun mode, we have Free-for-all, we have Domination, and we have Team Deathmatch. There are unfortunately no elimination and no non-respawn modes, which is probably my biggest complaint, because coming from a classic Gears of War standpoint, you know, you're so used to maybe Warzone or Execution, maybe even Assassination. Those were the game types that kind of made Gears of War 1 what it was. In Gears of War 2, they had it as well. In Gears of War 3, they even had Execution and Warzone, even though the respawn modes were the most played. So I think this is what happened. I think they made Gears of War 3, and they put in these respawn modes. They had King of the Hill, they had TDM. Those were 2 game modes that you could respawn after every death, and people really liked that. They were like, wow, I'm so used to respawning, I'm so used to not being, killed and staying out of the action, that I actually get to come back and just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And I think a lot of Gears of War fans in general were just like, holy crap, this is way better. I hated sitting and waiting if I died early in a round. Sometimes the rounds would, be really drawn out, and you just have to sit there and wait and pretty much just watch a screen while other people played. And that was an unfortunate thing, and that was pretty much one of the downsides of why so many people didn't enjoy the original Gears of War series, or the original Gears of War games 1 and 2, because if you weren't good enough and you ended up dying early on, you pretty much just sat at your screen and watched it all the time and let the better players play. So unfortunately, no one really got to become better at the game. They did include Annex and other game modes into Gears of War 1 and stuff in the early Gears, but nobody really played them as much as Execution and Warzone in the original Gears 1. So the hardcore, diehard fans got used to the non-respawn modes. They were playing Gears of War 1, you'd get killed, you ended up watching your team, until the end of the round. And that was that was a lot of the fun, though, too, in Gears of War, was the fact that there was no respawn. It was only elimination. So if you died, you had to sit out, and it made each life even more valuable. And that's why I enjoyed Gears 1 so much, the fact that the best players were going to be the last man standing. There's going to be an epic 1v1 at the end to see who wins the round, and it kept going and going. I remember playing Gears of War 1, playing first 17 rounds or whatever that was. The games would last, almost 2 hours, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had gaming. But there was a lot of time spent not even playing. It was just mostly looking at your screen and watching other people play if you were dying a lot. So they ended up taking out all non-respawn, or excuse me, they ended up taking out all respawn game modes. So there's no elimination game modes, and there are no respawn game modes. So there are no non-respawn modes. Man, I'm getting confused over here. I do apologize. Woo! But you guys understand. So there are only game modes that you're going to be respawning in. So such as, like, they took out King of the Hill, they put in Domination. So Domination, you die, you're going to respawn. Free-for-all, same thing. TDM, same thing. So now TDM is a little bit different. Before in Gears of War 3, you had TDM where basically you would die and there'd be a respawn pool at the top of your, it'd be kind of a countdown to the amount of to 0, right? So you would die, it would take away your team's respawns, and slowly your respawns would deplete until boom, you were at 0 and you were the losing team. But now it is different. Now TDM counts towards a goal. So TDM, it's just like any other TDM in pretty much any other game. You get a kill, that adds a point for your team, and it just keeps going until a specific team reaches a specific goal, and then boom, that team is the winner. Overrun mode has bots, which can be played in private. So if you guys want to play Overrun mode, which if you guys are unfamiliar with Overrun mode, it is basically it's a class-based strategy shooter. So it's kind of like a tower defense class-based game, but you can have players on both sides. So one team can be the cog, and one team can be the locust. Each character is class-based. Each character does different things, and it's very cool. It's kind of like a third-person, pretty much like a third-person League of Legends in a sense, with some tower defense as well. So basically, you cannot choose characters for Overrun. Like I said, there's only classes. Sorry, I'm like reading this list of someone that made a list on the Epic forums. I wanted to get this information out to you guys because this is kind of the information that is the important info that has come out recently. Ranked and quick matches are still separate. It doesn't sound like they've changed that at all. If you want to play ranked against, and be scored and ranked based on your performance, then obviously ranked is going to be where the more skilled players are, and then obviously there's quick match. So if you guys ever want to just play quick match against bots or whatever it is, you can probably do that as well. Basically, they were talking about all the different grenade types and how even if you tag someone with a grenade, so there's a lot of different grenade types in Gears of War Judgment. There's like beacon grenades, and there's a lot of different, there's a stem grenade as well, which heals people, and both those grenades will have the exact same effect if you tag someone. So if you tag an enemy with a stem grenade, that's not gonna do anything to them. It's not gonna affect them. If you tag them with a beacon grenade, a tag, or a spotting grenade where you can see them, you're just gonna be able to see them. It's gonna have the exact same effect. It's not gonna kill them or anything like that. You can still destroy, or you can destroy and jump through windows. Mantle kick is unchanged. So the mantle kick in Gears of War 3 is brought back into Gears of War Judgment. It's going to be very, very similar, and it's going to be the same old mantle kick. Very inconsistent, I'm assuming, because the mantle kick in Gears of War 3 was a little shady. I don't know about that. There's going to be ammo boxes around the map, and basically these ammo boxes not only replenish your ammo, but they are also going to replenish your grenades that you have in your hand as well. So I noticed one thing that I was doing when I was playing Judgment, when I was playtesting in North Carolina, is that I was constantly picking up those ammo boxes. The game would start, and I would grab, I'd have my starting grenade, whatever it was, and I would automatically pick up an ammo box as soon as I could, so I could have 2 nades or whatever I had. You'd always get an extra nade, which was always awesome because those come in handy. You have no idea how often those come in handy. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about Gears of War Judgment's Domination mode, and kind of talk about how I felt with it, and pretty much, yeah. So when I played Domination, when I was at Epic, we played it. It was kind of the one I was like, okay, this better take over King of the Hill for me, because for me in Gears of War 3, King of the Hill was kind of my favorite game mode. I always played it. I still always play it whenever I hop on Gears 3, and it's obviously my favorite game mode. Just because it's fast-paced, it's objective-based, and it gets people not camping, and it just gets things moving and things happening. And Domination is close to that, but I wouldn't say that it makes up for King of the Hill, because, and this is why. King of the Hill was great because it was constantly changing positions. In Domination, you have 3 set positions that never change. So if a team, locks down 2 of them, they are able to camp. They are able to just wait it out and hold it down. While setting up is really cool and breaking setups, I really do enjoy that in certain, aspects of games. Sometimes it does get a little frustrating, and that's the thing that I don't like in Call of Duty. You lose a flag, you've got to break that setup. But at least in King of the Hill, the team, they could set up, they could capture a point, they could set up and hold it down, but it would cycle, so the other team would have another chance, and there was just this constant fight for this one specific hill. There was you knew exactly where all the action was going to be. In Domination, it is kind of somewhat like that. Maybe the middle flag, that's always going to be trading. One team's going to be capturing, the other team's going to be capturing it. But I think that I did enjoy King of the Hill more. I think that it works better in terms of keeping the flow of the game going. But Domination is still going to be your guys' favorite in terms of game mode. I think either that or TDM is probably going to be the most played, just because everyone plays TDM. But I think for the diehard Gears of War fans, I think Domination is going to be your guys' favorite game type in Gears of War Judgment. So, if you guys wanted any more information about Gears of War Judgment, be sure to leave me a comment down below. I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. If you guys want me to make it a follow-up video to this, let me know in the comment section down below as well. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like. I've been GoldGlove. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
body, dog. Fuck you, kid.
Oh my god.
Not you, kid. This kid that killed me.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you guys want to check out more from me, I've got some other channels to check out. The one down there, that's my Let's Play channel. I post walkthroughs, guides, let's just play video games. Right down there, check it out. Oh, down there? Woo, I almost forgot. That's my vlog channel. You can stalk me on there. Oh, check out my face. It's a daily thing. You might see more of this. So click on those annotations. I'm just gonna dance. By the way, Facebook and Twitter's down below. Check it out.